I'm Abhishek Singh, and this right here is the hallowed tarmac of the Buddh International Circuit. Here, the best and fastest in the world have fought it out tooth and nail in their search for racing glory. But before they return, the best and fastest in the country have been given a chance to fight it out on this beautiful track. Welcome to the FMSCI National Racing Championship. Roll clip. The National Racing Championship returned to the Buddh circuit this year, but there was a catch. Unlike last year, this year it wasn't just the four-wheelers racing. This year, for the first time, the National Motorcycle Racing Championships also ran at the Buddh circuit. Motorcycles had finally come to the Buddh.
This was the first ever of its kind weekend in Indian motorsport history where we ran the national championship for the four-wheeler and the two-wheeler together. We started with the two-wheeler where we had the one-make race for the Honda, Yamaha and TVS along with the Group C, which is the experts category or open category for the two-wheelers. Then we followed it up with the Toyota EMR race, and in the national championship for cars we had the Indian Junior Touring Cars, Indian Touring Cars and the MRF Formula Ford 1600.
For the bikers, it was the first time ever that they've raced here. So I think all in all, look at all the smiles that went out. Look at the 15,000 people that actually watched the event. Everyone's smiling.
The Buddh circuit is hailed as one of the most technical tracks on the Formula One calendar, and the motorcycle racers who had previously shined on the racetracks in Chennai and Coimbatore were a little apprehensive about taking on the challenging circuit.
Because I ridden many international circuits, Italy, Spain, Japan, Qatar. I ridden many countries. It's like a world-class circuit. Everyone's saying, but personally, I can say it's the #1 circuit in the world because in this track we having everything. We have many straight lines, we having tricky corners, fast corners, and we having blind corners, many blind corners also there. So it's a very challenging circuit, I can say.
It is a fast track. Finally we get to see what we made of here when we get the lean angles. The tracks are so slow there, and adapting to it is most of it. But here, listening to your instinct is something different. It's a different feel, yeah.
This circuit is really amazing. There's huge stretches and very tough, tricky corners, and the banking of the roads are really good. And personally, I don't feel really scared about pushing myself in the bike. It's really good. The safety is amazing.
The Honda CBR 250s, the most powerful bikes on the roster, took the track for two action-packed races, and with a mixed grid of immensely talented international riders, rookies as well as 3 wildcard entries. Race 1 of the Honda One Make saw the two top riders, K. Rajni and his protege Sarath Kumar, going neck and neck and treating the crowd to a fantastic display of skilled racing. Kumar started on pole, leading off the line with Rajni and Abhishek V in the tow. Rajni passed Abhishek and began his battle with Kumar, which ended just before the finish line. In the last lap, when it looked like Kumar had the race in the bag, the more experienced Rajni made his move and came into him. The two were side by side in the penultimate fast corner. Rajni made the move stick and crossed the line milliseconds ahead of Kumar, and Abhishek came in third.
The last lap, the Sarath very fight in every corner. I took very comfortable in the last corner, but very good race and very good track.
It's a very toughest race, I can say, because till last lap it was very toughest competition. So I know I can make move somewhere in the before last corner like that. I made a move also before last corner. Again he made a move to me last corner. I try to open the throttle earlier. I opened also, but I missed my gear. I couldn't shift properly.
Everybody is just jostling for position, and with 250s, it's every inch counts. So these guys are good, so they put it into 6 inches of space. So you're bound to have a few crashes now and then, but I don't think anything was out of ill will. So these things happen. It's racing. So it was a good race all told.
Race 2 again saw frantic trading of places. Kumar started on pole again but lost out to Rajni at the start itself, who led the race for the first 2 laps, with Kumar, Sumit Topo, A. Prabhu and Abhishek V all bunched up and hot on his heels. Abhishek bowed to pressure from Harshit Rao of Apex Racing and his bike slid from under him. Prabhu and Kumar overtook Rajni for a bit, but he was back in the lead going into the last lap. As the riders came out of the last corner, still bunched up, Prabhu and Kumar collided and crashed out. Rajni won, Sumit Topo came in second, followed by Harshit Rao in third.
Prabhu was brilliant. He takes a pit lane, starts and ends up taking all 3 of us to the first place, but yet in the end he crashed, broke his leg now. So all these things happen. First lap beautiful, second lap beautiful, Sharath Rajni, beautiful fight, giving me the chance to come and taste them. Easy taking them, but in the end again they have so much of respect where, representing India in the world. So that psychology hits you at the moment when you're a newbie coming close to them, yeah. So believing in yourself at that point, not thinking, just counting on your instinct and going, that makes sense. That's what I learned today, to just make the move and not think.
Well, I had a good start actually. I was with the front bunch topping with the top 5. Unfortunately, a fellow rider crashed in a blind corner. So I had to late brake and I went out because he crashed. So I lost a lot of time there. At that corner, all the riders who were fighting for the front bunch ran away because I lost a lot of time there. So I tried catching the front bunch, but the race is very low. There's only 4 laps.
It was a low side. I almost went off the track on the parabola. I tried to get back and I had an instance where I looked back while taking the corner as well. So the concentration went all over the place because there are some dirty riders who wouldn't let you go. I wanted to see and defend the lane when I lost 2 seconds on that corner. Crashed very badly, lifted the bike. I don't know which place I finished, but I'm sure I have little points to still stay third in the championship.
The TVS one-make races saw the Apache RTR 180s take the track. The closely contested races saw young rider Mathana Kumar clinch the top spot in both races, while Kingdom Racing's P. Anantraj was second in both and less than 5 seconds behind. He went on to take the championship lead. The Yamaha one-make races, which had the R15s hitting the track, provided some more nail-biting action. Shyam Shankar and Vivek Pillai traded places all through the race, and it finally went down to the wire, with both riders coming out of the last corner side by side. But Shankar just managed to inch ahead and finished 0.83 seconds ahead of Pillai. The difference between the third place and the 7th was a mere 0.3 of a second, and that speaks volumes about the racing skill and prowess on display.
First race was Apache. It started with the first. Last race I finished in second yesterday. So today I started from the second grid, and I was fighting for the first position, but I was caught up with the riders behind that first rider. So I can't catch the first rider, but I managed to finish in second position. Yesterday also second, today also second. So TVS Apache I finished both races in second.
R15 both races I am first. Last lap is the best lap. That's good. So I thinking I am following, backly follow. Last lap, last corner, I will inside and coming first.
The last two-wheeler racing category was the National 165cc Experts. It did not disappoint in the action department and treated the crowd to some great wheel-to-wheel action. Race 1 saw K. Jagan take a good start and consolidate his lead early on, with Harry Sylvester and Deepak R battling behind him throughout the race, and there was hardly a paper's breadth between the riders. K. Rajni was back in the thick of things in race 2 after having some trouble with his bike in the first race. He led from the start, closely followed by Jagan and Sumit Topo. Deepak R and Vivek Pillai were hot on their heels, and it looked like anyone's race. Jagan made his move on Rajni in the last lap and finished 0.183 seconds ahead of the LaSalle rider. Deepak R came in third, 0.265 seconds behind. The top 5 riders were only separated by 0.765 seconds, and that is what you call a closely fought race.
Group C race, I had a really good start. I was there on the top 3 in the first corner, and I was fighting for the top 5. Unfortunately, there was a power drop in my bike, and the bike got slow and slow every lap, and the tires were not supporting, and there was a lot of sliding going on in the bike. So I had to cool down in the last 2 laps. Unfortunately, the front group ran away. But yeah, compared to the last race, I've cut down a lot of timing and I've improved, and next round I think I'll be on the podium.
With that, the knee scraping and hard leaning of the motorcycle races ends, and it's now time to bring out the blisteringly fast cars. All the action from the Etios Racing Series, the Indian Touring Cars and the MRF Formula 1600s on the other side of the break. Welcome back. The action continues at the state-of-the-art Buddh International Circuit, where the FMSCI National Racing Championship is underway. The fast and crafty have prevailed so far. Let's see what the next set of races brings to the board. There's a stark difference in setup when one runs cars on a track like the Buddh circuit. It was very different from what the drivers had been doing in Chennai and Coimbatore. But they were up to the task and were ready to take on the curves, elevation changes and blind corners of the Buddh circuit head on.
Oh man, incredible! The track is so fast, you don't realize how fast it is until you get in one of these cars. And I must say, when Jensen Button said that this is in the top 3 tracks in the world, I mean, I got to agree with him 100%.
It's absolutely brilliant circuit from a driver's point of view. And all of us drivers, we are really excited to come and drive here because it's a world-class circuit right in our own country.
I think the whole layout of the track is a very undulating track. So there are a lot of slopes, a lot of down slopes, and it's not until you kind of cycle around the track or walk the track that you really know the angle of degree of the slope.
Unlike Chennai and Coimbatore, it's not very bumpy, and so this is very smooth. I can use the curbs. It's a very wide track as well, so we have a lot of room to use.
Car racing categories, the first was the Toyota Etios Motor Racing Trophy. We had 4 races for this weekend at Buddh. That's basically another one-make kind of a championship for the newcomers.
The Toyota Etios Racing Series saw loads of talent on the grid. Championship leader and hot favourite Diljit Shaji of Thrissur started on pole and dominated the race from start to finish. Behind him, Akhil Rabindra had a tough time trying to hold off Abhinay Bikani and Varun Anekar. He finished 7.7 seconds behind Shaji. Bikani came in third. The last race of the Toyota EMR Trophy was a reverse grid start. Varun Anekar started on pole and drove consistently. Behind him, Akshay Gupta and Binoy Mandela were in a tussle. Diljit was back in the grid due to the reverse grid start, but he fought his way up to finish in 4th place. The points earned gave him the championship and he clinched the EMR Trophy ahead of Akhil Rabindra and Varun Anekar. All 3 drivers go on to race in the Vios Cup to be held in Thailand later this year.
Diljit has been the firm favourite, being a very experienced driver and a national champion in the Indian Junior Touring Car. So he was definitely the favourite. He did well. He won 2 races out of 4. And see, by the format, the way it is, you have reverse grid, so to work up from the back, it does take some taking. And the drivers have developed over the last 2 rounds of 8 races, and it shows that, everybody is at the equal platform.
The next set of races was a combined grid for the Indian Touring Cars and the Indian Junior Touring Car categories, better known as the ITC and the IJTC. Race 1 saw Bigfoot Racing's and Leela Krishnan take a good start off the line. His closest competitor, Arjun Balu of Tiger Sport, who started on P2, had a bad start in his Vento. He also had a tough time holding off Leela's teammate, Sivaramakrishnan, who came in charging as they took the first corner. After the first 2 laps, Leela had taken a comfortable 2-second lead and he kept the gap even though Balu's Vento clocked the fastest lap of the circuit in the second last lap. Leela Krishnan came in first, followed by Arjun Balu. A long 13.317 seconds later, Sivaramakrishnan came in third.
When I got to the first corner, I saw Arjun hadn't made any time any distance on me. So I went through the second and the third corner and down the straight I saw I had a big lead. And I was expecting competition from Ramnaran and Shiva because I thought they're the ones who were going to be challenging me for the lead. Then I didn't see anyone, I just took it easy. I don't think I had such an easy race in my life. It was just one Sunday drive. After this race, I won the championship. Irrespective of what happens in the next race, I've already won the championship. So that gives me the liberty to do what I want.
The top 5 drivers had a good start to race 2, and Leela Krishnan's superior car set him up nicely in the lead, followed by Balu, whose new car and lack of a closed ratio gearbox saw him struggle to catch up with the race leader. Sivaramakrishnan and V. Ram Narayan were all over Balu and passed him in the 3rd and 4th lap respectively. Leela won the race but was given a 15-second penalty for a jump start, and he was moved back to 3rd behind Ram Narayan in 2nd and Sivaramakrishnan in 1st. Leela Krishnan backed the ITC Championship after his race 1 win. Balu was 2nd and Ram Narayan 3rd. Firoz Khan was crowned the IJTC champion and signed off in style with a win in race 2. Sharon Chandran was 2nd in the championship, and race 1 winner Anand Pithawala was 3rd.
Well, I actually finished 12.8 seconds in front of the 2nd place, but unfortunately I had a jump start, in the sense that I didn't jump the start, the car actually moved. By the regulations, I was penalized 15 seconds, and hence I finished 3rd.
It was a battle to hold these guys back, I think 2-3 laps, but then at the end of on one lap, in the middle of the straight, the revs wouldn't go over 7.6, 7.7, and then they just went by. We were much quicker going into the corner, way quicker than them, climbing all over them, but then there was no way to pass because once the straight came and they nailed it, they were just pulling away from me. And then because I was driving in the air behind them the last 2 laps, I didn't realize that I lost brakes. Coming into C1, the pedal just went to the floor. And then after that I had to be very, very careful because there was a very close miss in C1.
Today my car was much faster, and that helped me make up a lot of places. I started 7th, and by lap 3 I managed to get into 3rd. And I had to pass about 4 cars, and it was a lot of fun, It's very tricky because the corners are so quick, and you have to really plan your overtaking over here.
A great cheer went up from the crowd when they saw the mean-looking single-seaters running the MRF 1600s race out of the pits. Race 1 saw Japanese driver Yudai Jinkawa take a great start from pole, with 15-year-old rookie Tarun Reddy and G. Vikas Anand battling behind him for the first 2 laps. Anand got past Reddy in the mid-sector on the 4th lap. Another battle was on behind the top 3, and Advait Deodhar was battling hard with Kizuki Hirota and Masaki Fujimura, at times with little more than a hair's breadth separating the cars. Anand drove brilliantly and closed into Jinkawa and brought in Reddy with him. But they could not pass the experienced Japanese driver, and in the end ran out of laps. Jinkawa was 1st, Anand 2nd. Reddy was penalized for a jump start and ended up giving Deodhar the 3rd place.
After the 2nd lap, I had gearbox issues. I couldn't slow the car down as much with my gears, and because of that, Vikas passed me. But I managed to pass him back, but then he passed me again, so it was close racing. And then me and Vikas managed to work together, and we managed to catch Yudai. And then in the last lap, I didn't get my opportunity. I tried going past Vikas, but me and him touched, and I had to settle for 3rd this race.
I say for the first 3 laps, we had a pretty intense battle, going side by side into a lot of corners, outbraking well beyond the point. And I have to say, clean driving I think there was good respect between the drivers. And you could probably put a paper between the 2 tires at one point.
Race 2 of the MRF 1600s had a reverse grid start and saw Japanese driver Kizuki Hirota on the pole, with Advait Deodhar giving him company in the first line on P2. Vikas Anand started from 4th but had a brilliant start and jumped to 2nd place as the cars came out of the first corner. Deodhar bowed to pressure from behind and saw Reddy pass him on the back straight and moved to 4th. In the front, Anand was making move after move on Hirota, building up the pressure. In the 2nd lap on the main straight, Anand went wide into the first corner and slipstreamed Hirota from the outside, executing a brilliant maneuver to take the lead. Behind him, Reddy's pace saw him pass Hirota and Jinkawa in the next 2 laps and moved to 2nd place. Anand won the race. Reddy was 2nd. Hirota came in 3rd.
First lap, I couldn't get past anyone. In the 2nd lap, I managed to get past Advait and then pushed to catch the Japanese drivers in front of me. Then in the 4th lap, I got Kizuku and then the lap after I managed to pass Uday, and then after that I pushed as hard as I could to catch Vikas, but yeah, we weren't good enough.
I started from third on the grid, had a good start, had my RPMs right, and I took on Advait on the first corner. Then was taking it easy. Didn't want anybody from the back to get me, so I was taking it easy on Hirota until the fourth corner after the straight. Once I passed that, put full pressure on him. He wasn't able to take it, and I was very quick. I could see it. I was really quick. I'm happy about it. And when I came back onto the main straight, the straight, the big straight, I was back straight. I was able to take on Hirota, and with a good slipstream. And then I never looked back. It was all. Imagine there was a ghost car in front of me.
Championships have been won, hard fights have been fought, and with that, we come to an end of our National Racing Championships season's coverage. We'll be back with all the action once again next year, and with us, so will you.